It's 6 a.m. In Oslo on Saturday, and I'm actually going to Riga, Latvia for the next 36 hours without any plans whatsoever. We're gonna go explore. One thing I realized about traveling through Western Europe is that if you have no plans, like we usually travel, is that you can always go first in the old town. Seems like every major city in the Western Europe has the old town. It's a good starting point for any trip, and then you can add locals. Of course, you can go check on a map, or you can just wander around. Sometimes that's what we do, and that's what I'm planning to do as well. There's more people at 4 a.m. on this station than 6 a.m. It's probably a special time of the year. Okay, I made it from National Theatre in Oslo to National Library in Riga, Latvia in under 2 hours, and I'm hungry, so we're gonna start with the breakfast, and I have to explore. I didn't record anything getting out of the airport because I just realized it's so small, and when I get on the street there was nothing to record, and I saw a bus and a bunch of people jumping on the bus, and I was like, I guess everyone goes to the old town, so I just jumped on that bus and bought a ticket under €2, and then I checked the map, and actually, yeah, it goes to the old town, so I got lucky, and I saw the stops that I need to make, so I'm stopping on the National Library, and then I'm gonna walk a bit to the old town. So that's how you explore. So we have this place called Baltic Kaza, which translates, as I understand, as the Baltic goat. It's a modern Latvian kitchen. We're gonna give it a try. Check this really cool serving utensils. Ripete por izdirgo. So I normally don't show the food I eat, but this time we'll do the exception. So just ignore the coffee. It's a fish soup, so we're mixing this thing together. Says Baltic fish soup, and this is homemade bread with butter and extra salt, and there's a special knife to put it on. So we'll mix it all together. I thought actually that's a borscht, but it's a fish soup, so very interesting. We got breakfast. I would probably call it lunch because those are the for psychopaths eating fish soup with the bread and coffee. The breakfast, so let's call it lunch. €21, maybe a bit too expensive for that type of food and the amount, but it's a good experimentation. Now I'm somewhere in the square with the nice buildings that seems to be like a theater. As a nice, interesting historical buildings, probably fancy. It's probably somewhere on the list to visit. Good to see that. I'm exploring. It seems to be there's a big area of the old town, and I'm gonna go explore those big towers that I showed you before from the bridge. So let's go. First impression after a few hours in Riga is positive. Seems like a nice touristic destination. A lot of different languages. People drinking on the street. Very walkable. Buildings are pretty cool. It's just gonna keep exploring. They have Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia flags. Some sort of freedom movement. I'm reporting on a duty here from the emergency place. Realize that I'll have a bunch of mashup videos of me walking around Riga, so you have to hopefully enjoy it with me and exploring random places. Just spot an event there with the monument, looking at some nice buildings over there. But first, another coffee, and then we keep walking. The weather's so good. I brought with me the rain jacket because there was a high chance of rain, so here we go. I have to use it at least once to justify carrying that thing with me, so we now have to walk in the rain. That's what we do. Everyone is running around and I'm trying to play cool like nothing affects me, looking at my cool rain jacket. Got out of this lovely place, which seems to be has unexpected history. This is part of a town square. They actually called, or used to be called, House of the Brotherhood of the Black Hat. Now, I explored the history a bit. I get inside. I recommend you to do the same. Apparently, there's like 600, 700 history of the Brotherhood. Think about it. The first mentioning of that was like in 13 or 1400s, and like 200 years after the city was established. So it's very, very long brotherhood, and essentially it's very weirdly called, of course, the Black Hat. Nothing usual for the Europeans that live here, and apparently it's one of the medieval brotherhood that turned to be the bunch of merchants that took control over all the trade routes. And they apparently, the guy that was in charge, he was Egyptian, and of course they started to all call it Black Hat. And yeah, it still exists apparently. It's now based out in Germany, Hamburg, because during the World War II, part of the building was destroyed and Soviet Union completely blew it up, and now they rebuilt it, but the headquarters of the Brotherhood is in Germany now. So there's a bunch of history here, and territory been changing hands between Lithuanians and Polish and French and Russians, all of that. Very, very much interesting piece of history if you're up to that type of stuff. They all have the information on the walls. Super cool place to go, and it's like €5 entrance. Go for it, and I will keep exploring. This was the St. Peter Cathedral, which has two parts of it. One is the church itself. Unfortunately, there's nothing extraordinary. There's not much going on. Looks like because of the restoration. And the second part is actually the tower, which takes you to like 10th or 16th floor. And then you have 360 view of the city, which I highly recommend. Pretty much you can see everything, and super beautiful. And there are two observation decks. This is one of it. So if you do this one, then do the second one, and then it's exactly what I'm gonna do. It is 10:30 p.m. I'm somewhere in the hotel. I'm actually close to my hotel. I made a horrible mistake of booking the hotel with the view over here, and now I realized I have a band playing there and then another girl singing over there, and I'll be hearing all of that for a very long time now. The good thing about all this is the city is buzzing. People out. It's not just the party people, it's also family people. You see parents with kids, see older couples, essentially everyone here enjoying time. It is also feels very safe, and that is super important. So day one, success. Now these people are party alright. They're like 1 a.m. There was noise, couldn't fall asleep. I also was super exhausted from my travel from US to Norway, and then I came here for the weekend. It was pretty hard, but I slept till 9 a.m. so it's good, no problem. Now you can see it's roughly 10 a.m. on the streets. There's not that many people, only small tourist groups that are exploring with the guides. The weather is perfect. For the second day, I'm going to find breakfast, and then we're going to try to explore a bit more. I have few places in mind, probably try to get to the castle. I saw the park, I'm actually walking next to it, and we still have to see the library. There's another interesting things I can show you. So I'm looking forward to spend a few more hours here and then go back to Norway. Of course, local market is something that you have to visit. It has some historical significance. Specifically, it's the post Second World War hangars for zeppelins, and now it's the biggest market in Europe, apparently. And you will experience a little bit of the Soviet Union marketplace. I definitely experienced that, being the guy from Ukraine. There's good stuff, good food. Of course, if you buy in groceries, that's the place for you to go. Clearly a fresh reminder of how things was in the past, and I'm keep exploring. Here's another place you can go up and have a 360 view of Riga. We're not gonna do it because we already did that yesterday, the St. Peter Church. But this is some sort of University of Science. And yeah, you can go inside, see for yourself. I'm getting ready to go to the airport. They're gonna make another stop for coffee here in the central town square. I couldn't go to the castle, couldn't go to the library, because this is the disadvantage of traveling without a plan, is that sometimes you actually need to schedule. And that's actually what happened for the castle. It's like the president is there, apparently. And you need to book like 1 or 2 weeks in advance and register. In the library, I just missed it. I should have gone there yesterday. It's closed today. Yeah, I think I visited like 80 and 90% of things I found interesting on the spot. I'm sure we're gonna check touristy places. It's probably gonna be most of it. And yeah, if you like travel like that, definitely recommend. Make it super easy. Just buy a ticket, go explore, wander around, be curious. And then for very anxious travelers, yeah, of course, do the booking, the reservations. I plan to go to Italy, so for that I'll probably do the reservations for the Vatican. People told me it's super important, because otherwise you're not gonna get it. And yeah, I'll share a few thoughts on my way to the airport, what I think about a city and the whole journey, and hopefully you'll find it useful. And I'm back to Oslo. Now, quick summary. Highly recommend Riga for the weekend trip. You should be able to walk around the whole town in a day. If you want attractions, museum, castles, all of that, which takes longer, then you would need 2 days. If you want to get outside, I guess it depends on the season. I haven't got outside, so I can't really comment on that, but within the old town, there's clearly good vibes, good food, people party. So if you're up to that stuff, so probably a good thing for you to check it out. And in general, you can sense there's a lot of history, but because from very old times, but because the last 30 years, the country is still recovering from other 50 years of Soviet Union influence. There's still quite a bit of that. You can see that some buildings are quite grim as people, and but there's a great potential for that country, even though I heard the population is decreasing. So definitely interesting development. And I would be curious to hear your opinion, what you think about Riga. And hope you enjoy this one. And check out some other videos. We've been around the world, Europe, US. I'm sure you have some fun.